Hey guys, it's Melanie the Mystic back again with another reading for you. I hope everyone's doing good. I'm doing great. I love life. I hope you love life. Um, I'm really excited to get into this. So, really quick, I just want to mention because of what this reading is about. Everyone has their own beliefs when it comes to gods, goddesses, God. Some people believe there's one God, some people believe there's many gods. I say it doesn't matter what you believe, as long as you just believe there is some kind of force above you, a higher power above you, okay, that you are a part of, and that is where you came from. Um, so, having said that, there's a lot of different beliefs when it comes to this area. And I'm not saying what anyone believes is wrong, because what everyone believes is right for them. Okay. So, this reading is about the goddess Hecate. And she's the first card out here. Okay. She's a very powerful goddess. Um, and I'm going to read out of the book because I definitely have not studied gods and goddesses. I know a lot about gods and goddesses, a lot about who some of them are, where they come from, what cultures they belong to, but I am not an expert, okay? And these cards are from my Pure Magic Oracle. By Andres in Gracia, however you say that. But anyhow, if you're interested and you'd like to get this deck, it has a lot of good stuff in here. Okay. So, having said that, whoever this reading resonates for, you have a connection to the goddess Hecate here, okay? And there's a lot going on here, but the first thing before getting into the book that I pick up is what it says on the card here. It says cycle of life, night magic, crossroads, and letting go. And what I'm getting from that is whoever I'm speaking to here, you've been going through a major life cycle full of major events that have taken place that have shifted your perception on who you are at a soul level here. Also, you have pull to work with magic, and it's looking like the moon you're attached to the moon and its magic and its energies along with night magic, okay? So you do have pull in the spiritual realm. And what's the word I'm looking for? You have the rites of passage to work with magic, especially nighttime magic of any kind. That just means performing any kind of magic that you feel comfortable with, that you feel is right for you, and doing that at nighttime, okay? What I'm getting from crossroads and letting go is you're at a crossroads where it's time to let go of old ways of thinking, old habits, all right? And you need to let go of all of that and move forward now, because you're coming out of this huge life cycle, learning different magical things about yourself, which has made you have epiphanies and realizations about many other things in your life, that has brought you to a crossroads now, because you're having a hard time letting go of some people and some habits and different things around you that you're used to, because you're comfortable. And basically, that's brought you to this crossroads here. But this Hecate is coming out to say that you are supported from the spiritual realm. You have high-ranking spirits, gods, goddesses, God himself, angels. They're standing behind you and around you, supporting you in everything that you're doing here. And they're trying to help level you up out of this cycle that you're in into the next cycle, because it's just time now. Okay. And I'm really getting a lot with Hecate coming out for you. You have a real strong pull to the moon. Okay. And moon magic. So maybe look into some of that kind of stuff and see what, stands out to you, and what you feel like you should practice when it comes to moon magic and nighttime magic and things like that. And like I said, I'm going to get into the book and read about what these are. But the next card out here, and by the way, Hecate is number 6. Okay, and we got number 9. All right. So this one, I'm not sure what vervain means, but it's vervain everlasting. Oh, that's right. I pre-read in the books last night when I pulled these, but I was too tired to do the reading at that time when I realized how deep this was. But yeah, vervain is a plant. It's this plant. Okay, I don't know if it's a weed or a flower or what it's actually considered. That's another area of plant life. I'm not real, knowledgeable when it comes to that kind of stuff. Okay, sorry guys, I had to pause it for a quick second, but I'm back. So anyhow, back to this card. So basically what this is talking about is it says spellbound, soul alignment, release, and protection. And basically what I'm getting there is you're really powerful, especially considering you have an attachment to the goddess Hecate. She is a very powerful goddess, and she has major pull in the spiritual realm, okay? I'm hearing spirits say there are other spirits that look up to gods and goddesses in the spirit realm. So Hecate is very powerful, strong, brave, all right? And there are spirits in the spirit realm that gather around her in awe, basically, is what they're saying to me. But with you having a closeness with Hecate, your words are very powerful and you can cast magic spells. Casting magic spells has been blown up in the movies to seem like, like it's fantasy, fairy tale stuff, fantasy kind of stuff. But it's reality, okay? It's how you believe in yourself. It's what you allow yourself to create, okay? Because magic is manifestation. And if you believe in yourself and your abilities to manifest and create the things that you desire, then it becomes magic, right? And if you don't believe in yourself, then you literally kill the magic completely, entirely, with your disbelief. Okay, because not believing in yourself creates negative energies that hold you back. All right. And basically, this huge cycle that you're coming out of is your soul alignment here. Okay. Your soul has been being aligned with who and what you're supposed to be. And basically, you're almost there. You're getting ready to come out of this cycle. However, there's still things that you need to release. Remember when I talked about you're at this crossroads because there's things in people, habits, situations, objects that you need to let go of because you're comfortable and you're afraid to let go of them. Yes, it's time to release all of these things and people and everything that's not serving you here, okay? So that you can learn to properly protect yourself so that you don't continuously keep calling back to you with your energy unhealed people that drain you, energy vampires, narcissistic types of people, people with just dark, evil, negative traits, people with dark, evil, negative habits. These people gravitate towards you because you're a healer and they can sense this in your energy. And your energy sends out this signal to people like that. But that's where you have to learn to protect yourself, learn to have boundaries here, okay? So let's get into the book and see what it says in here, because it gives some really good information. So we're going to read about Hecate's path first. All right. And so it's not too long. That's the whole reading for each card. You know, it's just this little bit. So I'm just going to read the whole thing to you guys. It says, Hecate is the queen of the witches, the matron of midwives, the herbalists, and I don't know what this word is, guys, but it says psychopomp. Let's see if you can see that. Psychopomp. Okay, sorry, I used my cell phone until I can get better equipment, so that was the best I could do. Hecate maintains office hours only at nighttime. So, if you are doing a petition or inviting her into your energy or trying to give her some kind of offering, you want to do it after dark, okay, in the nighttime. Probably, like, I'm hearing spirit say more towards like the middle of the night, like between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. is a really, really good time to reach out to her. All right. But it can be any time after dark. This goes on to say, a particularly ancient spirit, the only source of illumination she favors is fire. So she goes back to like dang near the beginning of time here. Like, she's a goddess that's been around in many cultures, legends, stories, whatever, for a very long time. And she loves fire. Okay, guys? So definitely use the element of fire when you're trying to petition or just communicate with her on any kind of level. Okay. Some of this stuff is higher level for people that have studied and have more knowledge and understanding for how all of this stuff kind of works. If you're new to these things, start Googling, okay? Google will be your best friend. You know, get some books on the matter and you can learn more that way. But if not, if you don't want to do that, you can just go by your own intuition here, okay, guys? And trust what you feel you should do. Say you're like, you know, I just don't feel like I need to dive head first and study all of this, but I do feel that I should do some candle magic and carve Hecate's name on the candle and, you know, do some prayer work where I'm speaking to her about certain things, you know. And if, like, that's just an example, but if that's what you're feeling you need to do, then you need to do what you're feeling, okay? And I used candles as an example because Hecate likes the element of fire. So candles is a great way to do that, or having a bonfire outside in your yard or something like that. Because a bonfire, you can have the fire much larger, okay, which adds two things. But just saying, no matter what, your thoughts and intentions are the most powerful thing in any spell work that you could ever do. And spell work is simply defined as your thoughts and intentions. Anything else added to the spell work is what people feel like they need to do along with their spell work, like dancing around a giant fire and singing, or holding a magic wand, or making a crystal grid. You know, there's so many different things. that you guys could do. And it's 3:33 on my alarm clock right now. I'll just show you guys. Let's see. 3:33. So that is an angel number that you guys can also look up for further messages and information. Now, moving on, it says Hecate is the goddess of the moon, the goddess of all spirits, and the goddess of necromancy. Okay, necromancy is the magical art of raising the dead. And there's a lot there when it comes to necromancy. However, I kind of feel like I dabble a little bit into necromancy because it's not that I'm literally bringing a dead person back to life, but I metaphorically bring a dead person back to life for myself and a lot of people, because when I reach out to someone on the other side and I obtain messages from that spirit to give to someone else, or even get those messages for myself from passed on spirits, I feel like that's a form of necromancy that I'm performing. Because if I give you a message about your passed on relative that you couldn't get on your own, it's almost like I brought that person back to life for that moment, right? When I give the messages. And that's how I feel for all mediums and psychics that reach out to spirits and obtain messages for the rest of us that aren't able to open up that frequency within us to communicate with spirits in the spirit realm. All right. Now, moving on, Hecate's powers govern over heaven, earth, and the sea, and she embodies the forms of the maiden, the mother, and the crone. She can grant you enhanced psychic powers, fertility, romance, protection, and all forms of magic from the old kingdoms to the new. So basically what I'm getting there is you should be, if this is resonating for you or you're feeling like this is for you, what I'm talking about, Hecate is wanting you to know that she is a goddess energy that is with you, supporting you, helping you. Okay. And she wants you to, again, do some magic in the nighttime, reaching out to her. Ask her for protection. Thank her for her protection. Ask her to enhance your psychic abilities. Thank her for doing that. And for any women out there that are trying to get pregnant or having problems with fertility issues, you can also reach out to Hecate asking for help in that realm. Okay? Also, if you're pregnant or get pregnant, you can ask Hecate to bless your unborn child, bless your pregnancy, protect you while you are pregnant. Okay, there's so many different things you can reach out to her for, but those are some of the main things. All right. So this goes on to say the Queen of the Night reminds us of our capability of being both good and evil. And she teaches us the importance of change, aiding us to release the past and stepping into the new lands of experiences. So basically, she's here to help you let go of the old, okay? Release and let go, like these cards say, of the old, of the things that no longer serve you, of anything and anyone that is holding you back from leveling up and growing further here. Also, I was getting there that she wants you to understand how important it is to constantly make changes in your life as you go on, because the more changes you make, the more you grow and expand yourself. And what was the third thing I was getting from that paragraph? Oh, about teaching us about good and evil. We all have a shadow side, which is the dark aspects of ourselves, our dark thoughts, our dark habits, you know, our dark intentions. And those come from dark experiences, okay, which creates a darkness within each and every one of us. Every time we have a bad experience from, being a young child all the way up through our lives, those bad and dark and negative experiences create bad, dark, and negative energies within us. And it's how we choose to utilize that situation, that information, that experience. Okay, how are you going to utilize that darkness to make you a better person? Or are you going to use that darkness to make you a bad person? Okay, and Hecate, she comes in to help people that are you're already high vibrational. You're already very knowledgeable, very intelligent, very connected to self, to your higher self, your soul. Okay, and Hecate is basically here to be like, listen, there's so much more that you haven't tapped into yet. There's so much more psychic abilities within you that you haven't even opened up yet. But it's time, and it's been time. All right. So basically, she's here to get these things like in moving. All right. So, but yeah, and the last thing I want to say about the good and evil thing is we all have good and evil within us from all of our different experiences that we've been through. And like I said, you have to become an alchemist and learn to create more knowledge and wisdom from all of those experiences, using that knowledge and wisdom to expand your own self to a higher level of consciousness. So the last paragraph here, talking about her, it says, like her cousin Artemis, Hecate is a fierce protector of women, especially women with children. She stands at her place at the crossroads as she guards the frontiers between the realms of the living and the dead. And I just want to say really quick that even if you're not a woman, this can still resonate for you. And Hecate can still be a guiding presence around you. Maybe you're a man, but you're extremely feminine. Maybe you just have a lot of femininity in your chart, or maybe you have no femininity about you, but you're supposed to, and it's part of what you're here to do is learn to have more femininity about yourself, and Hecate is trying to help open you up to that. Let's see, where did I leave off? Oh, so last thing I said was she stands at a crossroads as the guard between the realms of the living and the dead, and various planes perceptible only with psychic vision. So she's how do I want to explain it? Let me finish this paragraph and I'll tell you guys. And then it says, for this, she is the first escort to contact for journeying into the underworld. So basically what I'm getting here, whoever I'm speaking to, you have the rights to be a medium. You have the rights to be a vessel that can reach out into the underworld, or the underworld of the dead, okay? The spirit realm where the spirits all reside. And you, like I said, you have the pool and the rites of passage to reach into those other realms, okay, and communicate with any and all spirits that reside there, no matter what kind of spirit it is. And you have the protection, you see that? The protection to travel into the underworld and communicate with the dead. You're very highly protected. You may travel into this realm in your dreams. And Spirit is asking me to share with you a dream that I had. I actually shared this dream on Facebook. And I'm now realizing it was Hecate. So I'm going to shorten it up so it's not too long. But my first dream was about 2 years ago, to give you guys an idea of time frame. And I met with Hecate in the middle of the ocean, or the sea. okay, which she governs over big bodies of water like that. And basically, she was as tall as the eye could see. Like her head was way up in the clouds. I almost couldn't like see all the way up to her head because she was so tall. And she had on this long flowing blue dress, and the bottom of her gown kind of like mixed into the top of the ocean water or the sea where we were at. And she was floating just above the water and wasn't actually in it. And I was in the water. It was waist deep for me. Okay. And it was a vivid dream, is what I call them. When you're in the astral realm, you can feel things. At least I can. And I could feel the water. I could feel the warmth. The water was like kind of like lukewarm bath water. It wasn't freezing and it wasn't hot. And I could feel the waves like, pushing up against my legs. And things like that. But anyhow, her and I had a long, long conversation. And when I woke up, I remembered none of what she told me because she was subconsciously downloading information into my subconscious. And I wasn't meant to remember it when I woke up, just the actual dream, and that she gave me a lot of information. And what happened is over that next 2 years, that information was slowly released out of me through different triggers, okay, without me even knowing it. And then those things that triggered me pushed me to do other physical actions that led me to now, where I just had another dream and met with her again. And it was, how long ago? It's been over a month now. A month or a month and a half since I had the second dream. But the second dream is what I shared on Facebook. And I didn't go into severe detail, but I'm going to tell you guys, this dream was amazing. So basically what happened was I was in the middle of the ocean or the sea again, and Hecate was there again looking the same. But she didn't speak or anything this time. What she did do was all of a sudden a giant gate appeared before me out of nowhere. She opened the gate, okay? And when she opened the gate, I knew that was her saying without saying I could enter. And what happened is she opened up the gates to the underworld of the dead and granted me the rites of passage to travel into the realm of the dead, the underworld, okay? And you can look more into the underworld or the realm of the dead or whatever. It's from the Egyptian culture. It might be from other cultures too, but I know that definitely that was something the Egyptians believed. I feel I was an Egyptian in a past life. That's why I have pull to this kind of stuff. I may have worshipped Hecate when I was an Egyptian. Who knows? So maybe you were an Egyptian, or you lived in some culture back then where you maybe had a closeness with Hecate and you prayed to her or something like that, and that's why she's still with you now. But basically, my dream was amazing because I completed all of the tasks I was given in order to be welcomed into the realm of the underworld. And as she opened the gates and allowed me through, I was then met by another god, or some high level spirit that kind of like governs over the underworld itself once you're inside. Okay, Hecate governs over like the gates, the doorway, the entrance. But then there's another male spirit that was inside that was my protection. Okay, and I forget now, darn it. Somebody commented on my post about my dream about this young male with dark hair that was protecting me in the underworld. And they said who they thought it might be, and I felt like they were right. So I'll look it up and I'll put it in the comments below the video for anyone interested. And then you can Google and read up about Hecate, and then you can Google and read up about the other one that I'll put in the comments below. But, however, back to the dream. So basically, what happened was whoever this young male god or entity, deity, being, spirit, whatever you want to call him, he basically immediately let me know through his energy that he was there to protect me while I traveled into the realm of the dead. And he put out his hand, and I took his hand, okay? And he was like, I'm going to go with you for the first time. And there was like 5, I don't want to call them ships, but just 5 docked, kind of like ships, but they were just like, not land either, but like these wooden things that were built to float there. And there was 5 of them docked or ported or anchored. All right. And we were on the first one that I entered onto when I went through the gates or the doorway. And I could see the other 4 floating around kind of in a circle, but not a perfect circle. And basically, there was a whole bunch of people or spirits walking all around on these floating wooden things. And then I didn't know that there was more under the water until we entered down there. But basically, whoever this male spirit presence was, he took me by the hand, because at first he told me to jump into the water, follow him, and I told him I was scared. And so he took me by the hand and said that he was my protection and that I didn't need to be scared. All right. And so he's like, I'll go with you for the first time. And we jumped into the water, and he had my hand, and he just kind of like imagine Superman flying through the sky, like, Superman, like, whoo, right? It was like that, except we were on top of the water swimming. But he didn't even have to move any of his arms or legs. He just put one hand straight out like this. And we just went, and we were like, whoo, like flying across the top, like fast. Okay. And that's how I know how powerful that individual is. And we just stayed at the surface of the water. Then we got up onto one of the other floating wooden things, and he said, you're protected and you're safe. Follow me. And he jumped into the water, and I dove in after him, and we were under the water for a long period of time, and I didn't have to worry about breathing or anything like that. I was just good to go. It was like I was in my actual spirit form, because spirits don't need to breathe. And that's what they were trying to show me, okay? That I'm safe there. I'm protected there. I have the rites of passage to be there. I followed the instructions and did everything I needed to do to be welcomed there, okay? Whoever I'm speaking to, you also are in the same boat here. Okay, you have the rites of passage. You lived past lives that have brought you to this point. All right, so this is like really exciting for whoever this is resonating for. You're medium, and you're meant to communicate with the dead, with spirits in other realms. And you are protected in doing so, because there are many people out there that force being a medium or force being a psychic when it's not meant for them. That's not their life purpose in this time around, but they do it anyway for the wrong reasons. Those people are not protected when they enter into the land of the dead, when they enter into spirit realm, when they astral travel, because they're forcing these things. If you're naturally just going to the astral realm like I am, you're meant to. But if you're doing this like crazy ritual to force it to happen, then you're not meant to. Okay, there's like a fine line there. Not everyone is meant to be a medium, not everyone is meant to be psychic. We all have those abilities, yes, but we all are here for different reasons. But whoever I'm speaking to here, you're here to be a medium and speak to the dead for others. Okay? And I feel like some of you already like knew that, but you just didn't realize how far this went. And for others of you, you didn't have any idea, but for whatever reason, all of this is resonating with you and you're feeling it energetically, okay? Because this is triggering you, this is waking you up. So, here's the pure wisdom for Hecate, and then we'll move on. You are being asked to let go of what is familiar to you, what is safe, and what is comfortable in order to break the stagnant wheel you are stuck in and discover new opportunities that lie waiting ahead for you. What is dead is gone, and a new path must begin. This process is in order to continue the cycle. So it's just you moving forward into the next phase of your life with all brand new things, all right? Then it finishes off by saying, you are going through a huge death and rebirth in your life at this time, and you are being guided to delve deeper into your spiritual path and remember the soul truths hidden inside your cosmic makeup and to aid in recovery of your soul truths that you have been hiding from others. It is time for you to transform from your old self and walk by stepping into your truth for yourself and for your legacy and life purpose. Wow, that's really, really powerful there. So, Vervain Everlasting. Yeah, and this is where I learned about it. It says right here, vervain, known as the enchanter's herb, is believed to be the plant most fond of protecting humans. Unlike herbs that thrive best in the wilderness, vervain prefers to grow near people. According to the legend, this herb sprang from the tears of Isis, the goddess Isis, and the Greeks and Romans tied it into bundles and used it to sweep their holy altars and their sacred spaces. Because vervain bears gifts like protecting you and helping you with romance. So also, I'm going to shorten this up. It goes on to talk about how vervain is often used in love spells and other protective spells that people cast. It can be used to help you transform, to help bring luck to you and success. It's also used as an aphrodisiac when it comes to being in romantic connections. And if you bathe in it or rub it on any part of your skin, it's said to grant you prophetic powers and create your deepest wishes to come true. It's also supposed to make your worst enemies love you and protect you against disease and any malicious enchantment, meaning black magic and evil will and dark intent being sent to you. So the wisdom here is the plant spirit of vervain urges you to release your mental and physical strain as it works to ease your internal wounds and soften your fears. It calls you to be brutally honest with yourself and to remember to stay in alignment with your heart's true calling in life. You are not without assistance from the earth, as vervain gives you a gateway for you to break through the barriers that arise and rediscover the healing and joy on the horizon. Prioritize your energy and remember to nourish yourself with lots of self-care. Do not choose escape from your spiritual path, but instead choose to protect your heart's happiness and journey down your spiritual path. Yeah, so basically what this is coming in to say after Hecate's messages is, don't be afraid to journey down this new realm of experiences. Don't be afraid to open up Pandora's box here. You're supposed to be a medium. You're supposed to be somebody that communicates with the dead, with spirits in other realms, and you have the protection and the kind of spirits surrounding you that's necessary to help you do this, okay? Wow. Some really powerful messages for whoever this is resonating for. So let's get into the tarot here. So basically the first thing I was seeing here is, this is the moon. This is my Heaven and Hell tarot deck, by the way. If you like these cards, this is the book from the deck. This is what it looks like on the front of the box. I'm sorry. I always say it's the Heaven and Hell tarot. It's the Heaven and Earth tarot. My bad. By Jack, whoever there, and Jamie Elford. Okay. Amazing deck. I love it. So anyway, what I'm getting here is I'm definitely seeing this beetle. So there is a lot of Egyptian energy here. So I really do feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you were an Egyptian in a past life. But the main messages I'm getting is the moon card talks about mysterious things beneath the surface. In this reading, it's not about lies, but this is more about, there's information and knowledge being hidden here. There's hidden wisdom within you, okay, that is going to be released now because it's time for you to wake up further to who you are. And your closeness with Goddess Hecate, all right? And with the Six of Pentacles coming out next, it's making me feel that this is about gifts and giving, okay? And basically what I feel like, this is Hecate here, and she wants to balance things out for you by giving you your gifts. Okay, but you were already born with your gifts. So I guess a better way to say that is, she wants to open you up to the gifts that you've already been given. Okay, the gifts that you were born with, that you received through all of your past lives and everything you've been through and gained and studied and acquired. And she wants to come in and balance everything out and give you the rites of passage to use your gifts and abilities, okay? And look at this, 2 cards in a row talking about balance with the Two of Pentacles. She's actually holding the scales of balance in her hand in this card. And then this is all about balance. The Two of Pentacles with the infinity symbol here, okay? Yeah, this 8's really standing out to me because it's like you have infinite wisdom when it comes to this esoteric knowledge and wisdom of, you know, mediumship and being psychic and having abilities. It's like you were born for this. You're meant for this. This is what you're here to do. And Hecate is not going to allow you to go on without opening you up further here, because this is your life purpose. And I'm also hearing spirits say, you probably don't feel completely balanced in life right now because you're not fulfilling your purpose. It's been time for however long for you to dive into this and learn about who you are at a soul level, this medium you're supposed to be, this person with psychic abilities and mediumship skills that's meant to connect with higher ranking spirits that are around you so that you can receive your messages here and grow and move further and help others with your knowledge that you can get from the land of the dead, from spirits. Wow. So the next thing out here is we have the Five of Swords and the Tower. Okay, and the Five of Swords, the main word that they wrote on here is defeat. And so there was something in the book that really stood out to me that gave me a message for you guys. Let me open this back up. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. So basically, you're going to go through it. Since you're being awakened to much, much deeper things within your soul, it's going to shake up your whole world just like the Tower would. And you're going to have to fight and battle your own inner demons that haunt you in order to be able to move forward. But because these inner demons are going to be brought from within you to the surface for you to have to face, it's going to be a huge battle. But I'm hearing spirits say you have what it takes to defeat this battle because this is all within your own self. And when these inner demons get brought out of you, and this is things that haunt you, okay? Things that you've been through, people that you've dealt with, okay? These things haunt you. They have to be brought out to the surface here like a Tower moment, all right? To force you to deal with them so that you can release, heal, and move forwards here. Let me see. There was something on the Tower card. The Spirit asked me to. I don't always look in the book, but Spirit asks me to sometimes with the tarot, because sometimes they put something else that gives me a message for you guys. Were you at Tower? Like, I don't know the freaking order, but yet it takes me forever to find it. There it is. Okay. Yeah, okay, that's right. So basically, this is about the destruction of old ways, shaking up your life and experience to force you to view things and people around you in a new light with a new perspective so that you can tear down that which no longer serves you, because there are people and situations around you that are disturbing who you are. It's disturbing your beliefs. It's holding you back. It's keeping you from venturing down this new path and gaining this new knowledge and information to move forwards into your purpose. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't recognize these people and these things for what they are and let them go, Spirit will divine intervention on you and do it for you. But what you need to know is you might not like the way it's done. So you might want to go ahead and handle your affairs on your own, because if you force Spirit to do it, like I said, you might not like the way they handle things for you, okay? Because they will do whatever necessary to anyone that is hindering you in your life purpose. Okay, because we are all here with each of us have a separate purpose. We are here to contribute to this planet while we are living. And if you do not perform your obligations while you're here, that hinders everything as one, because we are all one. So if you don't do what you're supposed to do, that affects me. If I don't do what I'm supposed to do, that affects the next person, and so on and so on and so on. So there are higher ranking spirits that govern over us that make sure we do what we signed up to come here to do, okay? So once we get here in these human bodies, though, everything changes. Like, we're all for this stuff when we're still in the spirit realm. But when we come here, everything changes, because from a human point of view and perspective, we view all of this much differently than we do from our spirit or our soul, okay? And so things are scarier. There are things here that we don't have in the spirit realm, like fears, anxiety, and stress. Hate, anger. We don't have those things in the spirit realm, but we have those things here, and those things also hinder us. So also take a look at your own emotional body and maybe things that get you fired up. Maybe you have some anger issues you need to work on. There's something deep-seated within you that needs some serious healing to help you conquer whatever it is you need to conquer to move forward here, all right? So let's go ahead and end this with some messages from my Psychic Abilities deck and spirit messages. And I have this many more cards to add to this. I'm going to double the size of this with more of these kinds of messages. I'm going to be doing that here soon. Spirit's giving me the green light to go ahead and do that. So I'll probably be doing that within the next week or two. Dang it. So, Spirit, what does the collective here need to know from my yellow deck? You want to bring out any psychic abilities that they need to hone in on? Messages from Spirit. What is it that they need to know? One more big shuffle. All right. Take this, okay, and this, okay. There's the first two. Take this too, okay. Okay, we'll go one more time. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Look at this, bottom of the deck, soul repair. Your higher self or your soul is working really hard to repair all of the emotional damage that it has been through. All right? And that can be from this life, but also that can be from prior lives that you've already lived. It's everything that you never healed over before you died in other lives, okay? Those things carry through with you, and you have to continuously keep working each lifetime. You don't escape things from your past life just because you died before you finished handling whatever you needed to handle. Those things come with you, and you have to keep working on them even in, your next life. So basically, no, we're not consciously aware of that. Well, some of us are, but most people aren't. But what happens is your spirit guides personally work with you in the astral realm through your dreams while you're sleeping at a subconscious level, okay? So don't be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know any of that. I haven't been doing any of that. No, that's okay. That's okay. All right. Also, I'm triggering you, so to help wake you up further, see things from a higher perspective. Now, we have metamorphosis. You have extreme power to change into anything you want in this life. So you can morph into anything you want, be anyone you want, okay? Like an extreme example would be like if you were homeless and had nothing, living in a cardboard box on a street corner somewhere, and then you could morph into a famous person practically overnight. That's how strong and powerful you are. Especially with Hecate behind you. Okay? You need more shadow work. What have we been talking about here? This is the stuff you need to release, okay? These are the things that you're refusing to let go of or heal. And it's part of your shadow aspects here that you need to acknowledge, release, heal. Acknowledge, release, and heal, okay? I'm sorry, guys. I keep getting the freaking hiccups. It always happens to me when I'm doing readings. So stupid. But anyway. It's time to face the darkness within. Time to face the things that have been haunting you. Okay. By facing it, it just shows how brave you are. All right. In the spirit realm, when you face your inner demons and do the work necessary, that proves and shows your bravery and your strength, and your spirit guides and other spirits in the spirit realm give you blessings for doing that. All right. All that hard work does not go unnoticed. Now, your root chakra has blockages. This is a problem. So this is what hinders you and holds you back energetically from opening up further and being able to work on your shadow aspects, okay? Because when our root chakra gets blockages regularly, so regularly you need to meditate or do something meditative that helps get you back grounded. When your root chakra is blocked, it means you're ungrounded. It means you're off balance. It means your energy is down. That can cause physical ailments such as, but not limited to, headaches, fatigue, nausea, stomach aches and pains, phantom body aches and pains. Okay. And the list goes on and on and on. It can, even get into other weird stuff like constipation or, now I'm like having a moment and I can't think of anything now, but you guys know where I'm going with that. Okay. Now, yeah, like I said with the meditation, you can meditate for 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes, 5 hours, 15 hours, whatever you feel you need to get back your energy. Okay. My meditation consists of me going up into my room where I'm alone, turning my music on as loud as it can go, and singing my ass off as loud as I can for as long as I feel I need to until I feel better. Everyone's meditation is different, okay? Whatever you do that makes you feel good is what your meditative practice should be based on. Also, just being alone and away from people for a short period of time will get you back grounded too. Being alone with yourself, maybe you just like the silence or the quiet, maybe taking a nap is meditative for you and that gets you away from everyone as well. All right, so we also have your soul has secrets and wants you to be curious and seek them out. What have I been saying? Thank you, Spirit. I love when you guys do this. I love when they bring out cards that talk about things I already talked about. And yes, your soul's secrets are that you have mediumship abilities. You have the rites of passage to enter the land of the dead and communicate with all spirits there, okay? To retrieve answers and knowledge for the living. Okay, this kind of goes with this. Okay, soul teleportation, metamorphosis. You can be whatever you want. You can be anywhere you want. You can travel. You have the rites of passage to travel in the astral realm into any dimension you want, okay? And communicate with anyone there. And you're protected in doing so. It's like you can teleport your soul to any realm of existence through your dreams. That's amazing. When you feel loss of energy, you are receiving light codes. All right. So if you wake up feeling tired, it's because you were in the astral realm all night, getting upgraded with light codes from all your spirit guides. All right. Allow yourself to get the rest you need. If you still feel tired, go back to bed if you have that option, or take a nap or go to bed earlier, whatever you need to do. But you're receiving a lot of light codes in many different ways. Light codes come through the flares off the sun. They come through, like full moons, super full moons, okay, and different things with the moon. Eclipses are good for bringing through light codes to you. And there's other ways too. Like I said, you're getting them in the astral realm from your closest spirit guides, which is your spirit family. All right. And then we have pray more and or talk to your higher self more often. Yes, I love that Spirit brought that out, because basically they're bringing to your attention that you need to be closer to Spirit. Okay. Whatever you believe in, if you pray to the one and only Almighty God, then keep doing that. If you're into gods and goddesses and other deities, reach out to them. If you want to pray to Hecate, do that. If you're an archangel person, talk to Archangel Michael. You know, whatever, whoever you're praying to, you're recognizing a higher power, and that's all that really, really matters. But you definitely have the pool to associate with many different deities here, okay? Because there are several. And in my eyes, everything came from the Almighty One and Only Father God, which I'm very close with him. Okay. And it's like, but you can believe whatever you want to believe. Okay. If you believe there is only one God, then that's what this is for you. Okay. Just coming through with a different name attached to it is all. However you look at this, it's right for you personally. Okay. So pray to your God, to your higher power. Okay. Be more communicative when it comes to that realm. Acknowledge you have a soul. Talk to your higher self. Okay. And the more you do this, the more you will open up. All right, guys. So, thank you, Spirit. They're asking me, I know this is at an hour, but you guys know my readings are long. I'm going to pull an angel number from my angel numbers deck, which I'm also going to add more to these soon as well. And we'll just get hopefully one, unless more come out. But probably one here is what I'm going for. Oh, and there it is. 555. And at the bottom of the deck is 999. So basically 999 is the ending of a major life cycle, okay? And that's what this reading has been about. Hecate is trying to lead you out of this cycle and help you end this so you can move into a whole brand new realm of existence here, and discover all these new things about yourself, okay? And then we have 555. There are significant changes coming in. You are leveling up very largely here because you are deepening your spiritual self, your spiritual practices. If you don't have any, you're about to. You're about to completely change and step into a lot here, okay? So I'm really excited for you guys, whoever this is resonating for. Don't be afraid. Embrace the changes and follow your curiosity is what I tell everybody. You want to fall down that rabbit hole, follow your curiosity. It might not make any sense, but it will lead you to somewhere, I promise. Okay, guys? All right, well, I'm going to leave that there. I love you all with all my heart. I'm always sending love, light, and healing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.